Hello, this is Lauren Sauerbeck, Director of Sales and Field Development for nutraMetrix. Thank you for reviewing nutraMetrix Custom Health Solutions. The first thing I want to point out about nutraMetrix is the fact that our solutions are customized for the unique needs of every single practitioner that we support and their patients. Everything that we do is tailored to help support the unique needs of the practice and practitioner, because we do know that they all are different and everybody does need a unique solution. Okay, so looking forward here at nutraMetrix Custom Health Solutions, we deliver wellness solutions for both patients and practice, and with that we recognize several aspects of what we do to support our health professionals. Our solutions are designed exclusively for health professionals. We are servicing thousands of health professionals across the United States and getting ready for global expansion. We have a wide variety of products and services that are designed to support the unique needs of the patients and the practice while also generating revenue, which of course is needed in this economy and time with all the changes that have been happening in our healthcare industry. Now, if we look at what's going on in our healthcare economy, cost of business is always going up, but also insurance reimbursements are going down. Both of these things, together with laws and legislation that are having great impacts on the healthcare system right now, all of these things translate to reduced profitability, and health professionals have been challenged to make changes. When we look at what's going on inside the news, we can see articles on CNN Money, doctors going broke, having a difficult time making payroll. If we look at struggling to make ends meet, what we see in this article is that the reimbursements that health professionals get for the care that they're giving is not covering the cost of delivering the care that they are mandated to give. We take another step forward and look and see at the end of the day, profitability is shrinking. And with that happening, it's time for change, and changes are imminent in all aspects of healthcare. When we see risk of health professionals going out of business, this is happening again and again, and we see more and more often practices getting acquired by larger groups. And all of this points to the fact that times are changing and we have to change with it. One of the most difficult expenses to cover in employment or in operation of any business is payroll. This chart right here shows the increasing number of health professionals who have had to take out loans to cover payroll. And you see it's obviously not getting smaller because it's getting more difficult to keep up. In addition to that, the payroll, a lot of times health professionals have to lay off key staff members, and with less staff members, those existing ones are going to be much busier and a little bit more stressed, and it gets harder for healthcare facilities to do anything different because they are so incredibly busy. So what are practices these days doing to overcome these obstacles? Well, the first one we see is seeing more patients. As they're seeing more patients, that's good. It's going to bring more revenue into a practice, and of course we acknowledge that a practice is a business and it must remain profitable to stay open to take care of those patients. So seeing more is a logical step. But those very busy staff members are going to be even busier because they're working harder to move more patients through in the same amount of time. We see some offices open additional hours, and that works too, or open additional locations, but all of these things mean more time and more overhead and more expense. What we need to do is not add expense, but instead add profitability. So what we propose is really response-based marketing, as in listen to what the patients are asking. Are the patients asking for help losing weight? Are they asking which multivitamin, which calcium or omega do you recommend? Which D3 do you recommend? Or what options do I have? I myself said to my health professional, you know, I don't want to take meds, I want to try it myself first. The problem though with the average patient is that they don't know what to do, and that's why they're asking their health professional for advice. And if you think about this, which multivitamin do you recommend? Let's stop for a moment and think, why is the patient asking that question? They're asking for a multivitamin recommendation because they want one that their health professional trusts. Second, they know they're not eating well, so they're asking for one. And third, they're concerned about their health and want to be preventative as possible, so they know they at least need something because they're not eating well. So if we recognize that they're having concerns to cause them to ask this question, we recognize why it's so important to get an answer from someone they trust. And that's a big part of what we do. If we look at what the patients are already doing, We look and see $22 billion spent a year on natural health alternatives, but obviously they're going to the stores and picking stuff out, and without the proper education to understand formulations and necessities and even how these things might work with pharmaceuticals, it's a really big question. What are they buying and who's giving them the advice? You know, we see many of these stores and they have staff members giving health advice in the aisles of these stores, and obviously they don't have the benefit of the patient's records and health history. So it's another reason why, again, the patients are looking for advice from their health professional. They want to be sure that what they're taking is going to do what they want it to do. If we look at what we find in the stores, there's no guarantee on quality there. They're obviously made to generate revenue for those stores who have a lot of brick and mortar overhead. With that, we find in these formulas artificial chemicals, dyes, disintegrating agents, hydrogenated fat, all kinds of fillers and such that are going to inhibit the body's ability to absorb it, and some of these obviously aren't going to be healthful ingredients. If we take a look at some of the most popular store supplements that we find out there, we can look at Centrum, one of the United States' leading brands, and also in many other countries, and we see hydrogenated fat, titanium dioxide, talc, and a bunch of colors and dyes. Now, if you research online on some of the published medical journal websites, you'll start seeing a lot of science on some of these dyes that are showing some very bad health conditions associated to them. So we really don't need to be consuming things like this, or certainly not hydrogenated fat. Looking again further at Flintstones, another well-trusted brand. If we look at the label, hydrogenated fat in aspartame and more colors and dyes, no parent or health professional would recommend hydrogenated fat or aspartame to a child. But again, these companies, well, really they're able to bank on the fact that the average consumer does not know how to read these labels. The average consumer has not been educated in comprehensive formulas and how to choose one, which is again why they ask the health professional, which one do you recommend? And we know that we're at a state of deficiency in our country, so it's a matter of coming up with the answers that are going to help those patients get the results that they really want for their wellness. And all of that together, answering the financial concerns and the wellness needs of the patients, is what we do. And nutraMetrix really is in the right place at the right time, because we are answering both of those needs, being wellness for both the patients and the practice. There's many aspects of what we do, but one of the most important ones to me is our mission of what we're accomplishing. As we get more educated in wellness and nutrition, you can't help but pay it forward and help others. You know, we learn, we improve our health, we feel better, we have a better quality of life, we feel good. Such a big difference for what's going on. Instead of sick care, we're able to really migrate towards wellness care. And our mission with nutraMetrix really is to expand the vision of wellness and education into the population to really help empower people to make better choices and better changes to turn around the condition that we have in this country. We're at the top of the world in heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and osteoporosis, and it's time to make changes. And through education and science-based solutions, we can do that one health professional and one patient at a time. And with any company you work with, it really is important to know that you're working with a company that's stable and solid. Since we started nutraMetrix in 2004, we have gone nowhere but up. And that's good because we have the funding and the revenues to ensure growth and support and good service for our health professionals. But what's more important here also is the patient results. Our products are really good. They're designed synergistically and comprehensively to deliver the results that they are intended to give, so that the patients experience the results and the health professionals expect the results that we get. And these numbers that you see here really are a measurement of patient results. The patients do get the results that they can experience. With that, our health professionals are successful. Because of that, our consultants are successful, and so are we. Adding all that together, we can understand that they are working and delivering those patient results because of the quality and how the formulations are done. Everything we do is education and science-based with exceptional quality controls to ensure that everything is exactly as it should be. We have independent auditing and on-site labs, and we test every single pallet to make sure that what's on the label is in the bottle and that they are done exactly as they should. If a manufacturer changes one of our formulations, we know it because we test it. We bring forward the latest market-driven products. We monitor the science and the news and the studies that are coming out. We design our formulations to match the latest science, and whenever there's something new that's proven results, we bring it forward and bring it to our health professionals so that our health professionals are always on top of the latest and greatest of what's there. Again, with everything being comprehensive and synergistic, our solutions are easy to use and simple because they are comprehensive, and they're all formulated by experts in their industry who really pull together the pieces of what needs to happen for a formula to be successful. The quality in our products goes all the way down to the last ingredient. We have all certificates of analysis, GMP compliance, and more because we exceed requirements for the United States and Canada as well, and many other countries. We have everything in order to ensure the quality for our health professionals, the safety for the patients, and much more. Now, talking about what we do and what we deliver and what our health professionals are able to provide their patients, there are several factors that really set us apart from other companies that are different in what we do, and that's what I'm going to focus my attention on in this introduction. The first thing to focus on is isotonic-capable nutrition. Now, many of our formulas are delivered in a powder state where they're mixed with water. So 1 cap of powder mixed with 2 ounces of water with the cup provided on top delivers an isotonic dose. That meaning, of course, same pressure as your body fluids, which means we're going to get the absorption and the usage into the body. The fact that there's no binders and fillers is going to make a very big difference because we're going to get this solution into the body within minutes compared to possibly hours if those pill formulas break down. So add to the fact that there's comprehensive and synergistic ingredients, add on isotonic capable that you can drink, and yes, it tastes very good. Patients get results that they can feel and experience. Health professionals get results that they can measure, and it works. Now, another point here, for example, this formula right here is our calcium formula. Just as an example, patients go to the store and they pick out a calcium from the shelf, and you're going to see a whole bunch of calcium formulas in the health food stores all lined up. The typical person is going to go about halfway down the row to the middle and then maybe to the right a little bit because they're organized from least expensive to most expensive, and then they'll pick a good-looking label. By doing that, okay, that must be a good formula. The ones on the left are too cheap, the ones on the right are too expensive. Well, if we look at that and you pull off those calcium formulas, for example, the vast majority of them are 500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and nothing else. Some of them have a couple of other ingredients, but to look at what they need to go with their calcium, those companies, again, can bank on the fact that the consumer doesn't know what to look for. This calcium has 5 types of calcium. It also has magnesium, D3, B2, boron, and other things that are absolutely necessary to form bone and to do all the work that calcium does in our body, which is much more than bones, obviously. Because it's comprehensive, it's all in there and it gets measurable results. We also have, for example, an activated or methylated B complex. For those who have genetic variations with difficulty absorbing B vitamins, it's absolutely essential because it's delivered in the activated form. Add to that digestive enzymes and probiotics that can get down into the gut, and of course our #1 product, which is OPC3, which is a really high-powered antioxidant formula. When you add the fact that they're isotonic in delivery, we've got results that can be measured and experienced, and that's what's going to help build those results for the patients and the practice. Next, to take it a step further, we're able to customize formulas for the practice or for each patient. By using our custom cocktail system and solution, we're able to take multiple products and design them into a custom formula. So say, for example, we have Dr. Smith. In Dr. Smith's practice, they see a lot of patients who have blood sugar challenges. Well, we can use this to design the Smith blood sugar support formula, and everything Dr. Smith wants can be in this one formula to make sure that patients have what they need in a very easy way. And then looking further with any of these other formulas, we can also design one for each patient so that perhaps Mrs. Jones, a patient, can find the formula that has her name on it. And that's obviously one thing we're never going to find in a store, is a formula with somebody's name on it. And with this, the health professional is able to support the practice as a whole to make sure the primary need of the patient base is covered, or give extra service to individual patients. And one of the side effects that we see with this formula is new patient generation. Because patients are so pleased with having such care in their wellness support, they tell other people and new patients come. And of course the results speak. Now, taking this yet another step further, we have our GeneSNP DNA analysis, which is one of my very favorite programs. The GeneSNP tests for genetically inherited nutritional deficiencies that impact one's health. Now, we actually have a new test that we're loading up that has 48 variations, 22 of which help address weight loss challenges. The end result of the analysis is that we have a lifestyle recommendation of how to change dietary habits, fitness recommendations, supplement recommendations for what nutrients are needed specifically for each individual, and all the results with a report with all the variations to help the health professional analyze and support those patient needs. I am personally very passionate about this program because it takes the guesswork out of what people need. And for me, I personally don't want to wait for problems to happen to do something about it. I want to be as optimal as I can. And for those patients that want to optimize their well-being or take the guesswork out of their nutritional needs, the GeneSNP is a phenomenal program. Next topic is our TLS weight loss solution. Now, the TLS weight loss solution is a very, very powerful system. Now, as we know, we have the most overweight country in the world, and the fact that people don't know what to do is really the problem. Education and science has to be behind a solution. So what we do with this is we have our 90-day guide and journal, which actually teaches, educates, and holds accountability for the individuals following the system. We also recognize that one size does not fit all and that people's weight loss needs really are unique. We also have, in addition to the education and accountability, we have 4 different supplement formulas that help target unique challenges for different patients. You know, there's the ACTS, which supports adrenal, cortisol, thyroid, and stress. We have our core formula, which supports healthy leptin levels and fat absorption inhibitor, carb absorption inhibitor, and fat conversion inhibitor. And also we have our CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. The tonillin ingredient inside results in a 9% reduction in body fat over a year with just that in studies. And of course we have our thermochrome, which is, supports thermogenesis in fat burning. These different targets really help customize the unique needs of each patient and really help them get the results that they need. Add that to the GeneSNP DNA analysis and you've got a really customized solution to help target those challenges once and for all. And the beautiful thing about this solution is that it's not a diet, there's no calorie restriction, it's about eating right, but empowering people with the science of their own bodies and knowing how to take care of themselves and make the choices that they need. And with the education to do so, the results stick. Now, another aspect of what we do is provide really good service. We have nutraMetrix consultants who are very committed to delivering service for our health professionals. Our consultants are trained and educated in implementing customized wellness solutions for health professionals. Typically, we'll meet with the health professional for even 15 minutes to gather the information about their practice and their goals and their vision that they have for their practice. And then we take that and design a customized solution for them to evaluate and see if we have a fit. Then after that, we go through it and help teach, train, and support the staff in a successful implementation of a wellness program. And the services of a consultant are free. They're designed for success and to give good service for our health professionals. Now, consultants are really good also at helping implement and work with the staff because they may not have added wellness to a practice before. So even simple things that we do, like asking questions of the patients, are you happy with your current health? You know, to create that conversation with the patient. If you keep doing what you're doing, will your health improve? Or one of my favorite questions, if you could improve one thing about your health, what would it be? By asking that to a patient, if you could improve just one thing, the patient's going to think about the one thing that they want the most, and it's kind of like making a wish. And when the health professional is able to answer that one thing that means the most to the patient, we're helping build loyalty and retention and belief and help that health professional take steps forward on their wellness goals and their wellness plan. And then, of course, we have our website, a comprehensive web solution that patients can go online for access to the weight loss solution, for a skincare analysis, a nutrition analysis through the nutraPhysical. All of the products and solutions that we have are online with full labels, science, ingredients, details, and education to help the patients. Also, there's blogs and news coming out to help keep people up to speed on the latest and greatest of nutrition news, and all of our health professionals get this included with their account. And because of this, they have an online presence. And if the patient comes online to order a product refill, well, our warehouses automatically process and ship everything, and our health professionals are hands-free. Each health professional's website has their own private link, their own private address, and all revenues passing through the site go to the health professional. It's all systemized and automatic and designed, again, for success. We also have support materials for inside the office, brochures and patient product education handouts, and much more. All these things are, again, designed to educate the patients and to support their wellness and their education to help them get the results that they're looking for. So how does all this work? Well, in short, again, the nutraMetrix consultant assesses a practice, comes up with a customized solution. We submit that with a profit projection to help the health professional analyze and see if we have a fit. Now, I want to acknowledge that any program implemented in a practice, the first need is patient care, of course, but we all must acknowledge that anything must generate revenue to be worth its time. It certainly can't run at an expense. So with that, we present the profit projections when we implement so that we can help our health professionals there. Now, to give you an example of this, let's say that a practice has 5,000 patients, and say we run a survey and 65% want wellness solutions, so our goal is just 10% for the first year. Now, we've run surveys, thousands of surveys across the United States, and without fail, 75 to 85% of the patients are already taking something, and they want the advice from their health professional. So even if it's only 65%, is 10% a good goal for the first year? Yeah, that should be a pretty easy one. So if we take 5,000 times 10%, that's 500 patients on a wellness protocol. That means that they're on a monthly maintenance regimen for wellness. And to do that, breaking it down further, that simply means adding 2.5 patients per day to a wellness plan and helping those patients get to their goals. So if we take a solution, we talked about the custom formulas that we can develop. Say that we designed for Dr. Smith a basic health formula with a multivitamin, the activated B complex, and the calcium that I described earlier. Those three in one custom formula, well, 500 patients ordering monthly would result in $6,000 of profit. Okay, it's a start. You know, that's one thing. But say that Dr. Smith also designed an advanced formula, and the advanced formula also has the multi-B and calcium, but we add D3 because so many people are deficient, and we add the OPC. Well, 500 patients maintaining on that formula would bring about $14,000 a month in net profit. Okay, so you're going to just look at my main screen then. It's not in presentation mode, so you won't see my pretty animations, but we'll do the best we can with it this way. I again apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, so where were we? Okay, we were right here. So if you see in here, if we have the multi-B and calcium as an advanced formula, 500 patients maintaining on it would be $14,000 a month in net profit. Now, if we add the 14 and the 6,000 together, that's 20,000 a month. So 500 might be a lot. Even if we have 10 patients, though, we're adding revenue. And we can always just continue to grow year by year by year. Whether we start with a small amount of patients or a large, we keep on going. Now, I'll explain also that we have two forms of income. Now, the first form of income is our profit, and that's what I just showed you a second ago. But in addition to that, every product that we have has a point value also. So this is the multi-B and calcium that we looked at a minute ago. It has 29.3 points associated to it times 500, patients maintaining is 14,000 points. That translates into an additional $26,000 a year as paid out. Now it's paid weekly as commissions are earned, but this is just additional revenue. So in short, this one product with the multi-being calcium, if 500 patients were maintaining, it would add $100,000 a year to a practice. And again, for a smaller practice, we're still adding significant revenue. Even 50 patients maintaining is $10,000. And any job is tough to get a $10,000 raise, but over year by year, it can obviously continue to increase. Now our advanced formula here, this one is the multi-being calcium with D3 and OPC. Well, depending on the number of patients maintaining on this formula, you can see the bottom line here is total revenue. If 25 patients are maintaining, it's $11,000. If 50 patients reorder monthly, there's $23,000 added. 100 patients reordering monthly, $47,000 added per year. And as it grows year by year, it works. And it does work because the patients do reorder. So taking a look at what it takes to set up, our system is super simple. We have a $159.95 covers the website and the whole subscription, and it renews once a year for $129. It just covers the IT costs here. The only other fee we have for our HP1 introductory account is our $20 a month management system, which includes a whole back office management system and everything needed to run the account and to run reports, view commissions, and do everything else. Now for our health professionals, all orders over $150 have free shipping. There's no minimums. There's case discounts on some of the products that we have cases for, and you can come and go as you wish. It's a beautiful thing, and it works very simple and very easy. Our whole focus and goal is your success. Now, after we've got everything up and running into the system, we set up the account. We help train the staff to match your needs and implement the way you want. Implement with key staff members to make sure they know how to help support the program. And then we make adjustments on an ongoing basis to make sure that each health professional meets their results. Now, as far as training, we are very committed to education for the patients, but also for our health professionals and staff. We do also have the nutraMetrix Educational Institute, which is a nonprofit institute with delivery of AMA accredited CME and CEU courses. We also have the nutraMetrix Implementation and Product Training. Both of these courses are only for health professionals to support their ongoing use. The second course here is an overview of how to help health professionals use our products in clinical practice. We also have our nutraMetrix Consultant course. Now, this course teaches individuals how to consult and how to implement wellness programs for health professionals. So we have independent consultants across the United States. In addition, we have lots of offices who send staff members to our training so that they can learn how to support the success of the program from the inside out. Very valuable in doing so because they learn so much and how to support, again, the success of the program. And that is a very quick and efficient an interesting green screen overview of nutraMetrix and our custom health solutions. I again apologize for the technical difficulties this evening. Normally that's definitely not the case, but life happens, so we're just going to keep on going with it.